This is Attorney Drew Page, and in this video, we are going to break down Season 2, Episode 4 of Undercover Billionaire featuring Grant Cardone. And we're going to look at a clip of Grant Cardone's arch nemesis, MeetKevin. So stick around to the end. Make sure you don't miss anything. Let's go.
They're going undercover in cities they've never been to with only $100, a cell phone with no contacts, and an old truck. All they'll have are the business principles they use to become successful. At the end of 90 days, all three businesses will be independently evaluated.
If it's a penny short of $1 million, I'll put in $1 million.
You know the drill. 90 days to turn $100 into $1 million with nothing but a contactless cell phone and an old pickup truck. If you haven't gotten caught up, you can get caught up by clicking on my Undercover Billionaire playlist in the description below. If you would, please subscribe to my channel and like this video to help with the algorithm so that we can get all this content out to other folks who may need it. Also, if you really want to help me out, you can click on the Amazon link in the description below to get a copy of my book, The Right Defense for a Traffic Offense in Virginia. But enough of the advertising. In episode 3, I questioned whether Grant Cardone violated his own 10X rule by essentially not taking sole responsibility for the difficulties that he faced in episode 3. And frankly, in this episode, we are going to pick right up where we left off in episode 3. This will probably be the shortest Grant Cardone focused video on Undercover Billionaire that we've done so far. So let's just go ahead and jump right in.
I got to play that game with you again.
Yeah.
I got to get that 500 back some kind of way, man. Here I am shelling out more money, hard-earned money, to buy a slightly better version of the piece of junk that I got rid of. That I had for free, by the way. That mistake is on me, though. I shouldn't have got rid of it. And the haters, you haters out there, I know y'all gonna troll on me for that mistake.
That scene right there is the only transaction involving Grant Cardone in the entire episode. So what happened there? You'll recall in episode 2, he sold the truck that he was given as part of the Undercover Billionaire Challenge. He got Ryan to let him use Ryan's Jeep so he could sell the truck that he had been given as part of the challenge. He did that so he could turn a liability into an asset. Well, in this episode, the only transaction was him having to purchase another vehicle because he was spending so much money on ride shares. So he made a goal to get a vehicle in this episode. And he met that goal, but he did pay more for this vehicle than the one he had. You heard him say, oh, I know the haters are going to come after me for that one. But to be honest with you, only small-minded haters will come after him for that reason. He needs transportation. He has to have a vehicle, and he can't keep paying ride shares when he can get a cheap vehicle. While he does pay a little bit more for this vehicle than he sold the other vehicle for, it is a better vehicle than the one that he was given. So to be honest, I don't see the need to hate on him for that. But while that's the only transaction that he made, he wasn't done giving away money.
I'm just hemorrhaging cash today. You know who's got my money? The rideshare driver.
He forgot to call off the ride share. Come on, man. You can't just give money away. When you are trying to build a business, details matter. You have to make sure that you keep up with the details. If you've got somebody that you've planned to come and they show up, you can't just say, sorry, dude, I should have called you. Thanks for not charging me. You're going to have to pay these people. And if you don't remember, you don't write it down, you don't do something to jog your memory, you just throw away money for no reason. And you cannot do that when you're trying to start a new business. Now, the rest of the episode can be summed up basically with 2 types of scenes. Here's the first one. And
COVID.
That's right. Grant Cardone, aka Lewis Curtis, tests positive for COVID. And because of that, we have several more of those 2 types of scenes.
COVID.
Your COVID test came back positive.
This COVID result causes Grant to rant a little bit about the difficulties that the average American may face and how he may be experiencing that.
I wonder how this is going to make everybody feel about doing business with me.
That's actually a legitimate concern. When this COVID stuff was just coming out and people weren't really sure about it and what the effects were and what the death rate was going to be and all of that, people were very standoffish and very, very afraid. And for someone who's trying to start a new business that's going to be worth $1 million in 90 days, anything that could stand as an obstacle is a big concern, especially if you're sick with a disease that has captured the American attention like COVID has. And so he's got a legit concern there. Let's see what else he has to say.
Another strike against me. I think this is what the average American goes through every day. New business owner, entrepreneur. Just when you think you got things going, boom. How you get ahead when you keep getting pushed backwards. Millions of people are still out of work. Just when America was starting to roll again, people are getting sick in higher numbers. Now I'm one of them.
I don't really want to rehash my episode 3 commentary. You can check that video out by clicking on the description below. But again, I would be very interested, and I'm not bashing on him, I would be very interested how that scene lines up with what he wrote in the 10X rule. What did he do to put himself in that position? Again, I'm not being hard on him. I would like to hear from him about how he squares that up with the 10X rule. Maybe he would say he wouldn't write that today. As far as I know, that has not yet been edited in the 10X rule book. So that's why I would like to hear from him on that. But I would be interested in your thoughts. Put in the comments below, am I being too harsh with Grant? Or is this a legitimate question to ask since he was the one who wrote the book? The rest of the episode is just more of the same.
I tested positive for COVID. This is Lewis. I just got tested positive for COVID. I just got tested positive for COVID. I just got tested for COVID and I tested positive.
And that's it. Interestingly enough, this information about Grant getting COVID was already out months before it was even announced that Grant was going to be the next undercover billionaire. Several months ago, MeetKevin, who's well known for having done numerous videos exposing Grant Cardone to the point that Grant Cardone sued him a couple of times, heard a rumor about Grant Cardone being on Undercover Billionaire, about Grant getting COVID, and also a rumor about how this all ends up playing out. Let's take a listen.
Speaking of which, do you know that he's supposed to be on Undercover Billionaire?
Wow.
Yeah, he's the next Undercover Billionaire. Where's my phone?
Are you serious?
Yeah. He's, wow. Rumor has it, no sources to be sourced here. Rumor has it, COVID kind of hurt the outcome. And so now they're trying to delay posting it, or like the Cardone camp's trying to delay getting it out because they don't want the result to be what it is now.
Anyone else interested in knowing who that source was? It has to be somebody inside the Grant Cardone family, right? Who else would leak it? Not only that, he finds Lewis Curtis on Instagram. Check this out.
But he actually he has an Instagram that has like 150 followers on his starting new account. And
150.
Oh yeah, because nobody knows about this yet.
Right.
Oh, I found him. Real Luis Curtis. There he is. See, look at that. Real Luis Curtis. And then, hey, look at that. Look at the followers. 252 followers.
So what was the point of this?
I think this was his undercover billionaire. See there, his name's Pueblo. And you'll have to put these pictures on screen. This is him with the COVID mask back on July 19th. There's this undercover look with the glasses they gave him and stuff.
So they set him out and he's got to make money now?
Yeah, and I think he made some marketing business or something like that.
And it didn't go as well as he had.
Well, that's, and I don't know this, but the root, yes, he will work for $1 million as a sign or whatever. Like, I don't know, whatever. These silly things he's got out here. I haven't looked at it.
Okay.
But, somebody reached out and said just, hey, just FYI, like, I know this is happening. Here's the Instagram.
That's just pretty interesting to me. How in the world MeetKevin got that information, I would love to know. But it also raises the question, how is Grant Cardone's business actually going to do by the end of this? Because we've seen him go on different interviews and say how to get a $10 million business, not just a $1 million business. We know that he is doing something with marketing. In fact, if you do a quick search, it's not hard to find that the business that he starts is called Wake Up Pueblo, and the company is in Pueblo, Colorado. So they actually already have a YouTube page, a Facebook page, and all of that stuff with 10x everything and all of that. So it'll be interesting to see if that marketing company is actually worth $1 million at the conclusion of the show, like it is that Kevin's unnamed, unsourced source says. But we'll just keep watching and keep evaluating. Again, I'm attorney Drew Page. You can reach me at my Suffolk office at 757-935-9065. You can visit my website at www.randallpagelaw.com. And you can email me, drewpage@randallpagelaw.com. Please make sure that you subscribe to my channel and smash that like button to help with the algorithm. Please check out the link to my book on Amazon, The Right Defense for a Traffic Offense in Virginia. Please put in the comments below what you think about this video and any other video ideas that you have for me to do. Until next time, stay tuned.